In this video, I'm going to show you the exact content workflow that I use to create and produce 100 plus pieces of content per week. Let's do it. Now, in a lot of my videos, I'm showing you the content engine and how this works. This is how I automate all of my content and store everything with a unique ID that keeps track of the status of all the content and direct links to the copy, images, and media. But there's more to a content workflow than just an automated system, so I want to cover that here. Now, on the left here, this is all the content that we actually record. In purple, we have really low maintenance content where I can just show up and record and I don't need to prepare much. These are sales calls and client calls that we convert into vertical clips. I also show up to podcasts and I record those as well, which I can also convert to vertical clips. And I also record YouTube videos like this, which we can convert to vertical clips. And then I also record dedicated vertical style videos that I can post to TikTok. And I'll talk a little bit more about how those are created. So like I said, all three of these long form videos are being chopped up and turned into vertical clips. Again, my content engine database is how I organize and keep track of all of that. And here's my TikTok account. You can see a lot of those vertical videos right here. These videos where I'm recorded off to the side are from podcast appearances. And then these front facing vertical videos are the ones down here, which I'll talk about in just a second. So as all these vertical videos come into that Airtable system, they're automatically transcribed and then sent to ChatGPT, where then someone can actually look at that output and proofread and edit all of that content. So you can see all of this long form content is helping me create short form video content, and then it's automatically being converted into written content. And then what starts to happen is I start to build up a pool of written content. And then from that written content, I can obviously post text posts, but then people on my team can also create carousels, images, and also cover art for the various videos that I create. So for example, if I jump over to LinkedIn, here you're going to see videos that are formatted in square format. But more importantly, here we can take a look at the documents and you can see that we've also created carousels. So then all of these carousels were created from written content that we pull out of the written content pool. And so you can see everything in yellow here is done by my team. They're taking that written content and converting it into carousels and also into images. So if we jump over to Pinterest here, we can see that a lot of these images here are created also from that text content. And you can see it's also formatted for that vertical style content that is on Pinterest. And then if we jump over to Instagram, we can also see that we have lots of vertical style images that are converted into a carousel for Instagram. And then this written content can also be posted to Twitter as Twitter threads. And then the smart thing we do for these vertical videos is we actually pull from the written content that has already been written. And then we can take some of that written content and then just record new videos from it. Now, of course, we might tweak or expand on that written content before we record it in vertical videos, but I'm not starting from scratch when I record those videos. And what's great is a lot of that content is coming from sales calls or client calls or podcast appearances. So I'm always being asked new questions or being asked the same questions in just different ways. So as this recorded content makes its way through the system, and then we take that written content and then actually record dedicated videos from it, we never really run out of content because we're always being asked new questions or we're asked the same questions, but in a slightly different way, so that when it turns into text and then gets re-recorded as a vertical video, it has a different take or a different nuance that keeps that content fresh. So you can see here, the only video that I have to sit down and script out and record is this YouTube video. All of the other content that I produce, 100 plus pieces, is really coming out of this workflow where we take vertical clips, we transcribe them, we use ChatGPT to clean it up, we do a little proofreading and editing, and then we just start to build up this pool of written content that can be used in so many different ways, creating vertical videos, text posts, carousels, images, cover art, and it just allows us to create a ton of content that is unique and different and also nuanced and is stuff that our audience really cares about without having to reinvent the wheel. It can be really stressful to sit down and record 7 or 14 different vertical videos and all have them be unique and feel proud of them. But when you have a system like this, it really allows you to create a lot of content, make it impactful, make it from your audience, and also make it really easy. So besides the couple of hours that I have to spend recording these videos, I really don't have to do much else. I just show up to the sales calls, the client calls, the podcasts, and my team and the automated system can really take care of everything else. So if you found this video valuable and you want me to go deeper on how we create all of this content, actually going into each of these different steps and showing you how me and my team or my automated system actually do these different pieces, make sure to go into the comments and type more, or more specifically type in exactly what you would like to see, and then I would be glad to make a more detailed video on that subject. Your feedback really goes a long way, so let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video.